jailer is the key. Kill him, and you'll be free.
Hello everyone, welcome to my Furi Speedrunning tutorial. This will be a series of videos to get you started with speedrunning Furi. Note, that does not mean I will be teaching you the most advanced or hard to pull off stunts. I might go over them, but for the most part, my goal would be to give you a good place to start. Also, just as a side note, this video is specifically for playing on the PC with a controller. Most of the strategies I'll be talking about do carry over, and I will try to mention if they don't, but I might forget or not know about some few key differences. This episode I will be covering the basic fundamentals that are important to know when speedrunning. This will be used in later videos when I go through each boss one by one. Also, if you ever find yourself having to improvise, these fundamentals should give you a good idea on what the best path to take is. So, without any more delay, let's get started. So starting off, let's head into the options menu. Under display and advanced, you're going to want to end up turning VSync off. This will end up saving you at least a whole minute on your run. Also, I would strongly recommend going into controllers and changing your control scheme to type B. This is just a preference thing, but I personally believe it makes doing the first fundamental I'll be talking about a lot easier, which is parrying while shooting. So yeah, parrying while shooting is a thing you can do in this game, and is very helpful. Shooting an enemy while they're doing any form of attack is one of the best ways to do damage quickly in this game. I'd recommend practicing this to the point where you can get it down reliably, but you might notice it's quite easy, especially if you have parry set to bumper in control scheme B, like I recommended. After an enemy is done with an attack, you usually want to do 1 to 2 slashes into a half charge slash. A half charge slash is what it is called when you do a charge slash, but not to the point where it locks the enemy into that perfect parry stun thingy. Half charge slashes can deal quite a bit of damage and are fairly quick to pull out, making them a valuable tool. It's important to utilize shooting the boss when they are attacking you and slashing them once they finish, because most bosses have moments in between attacks where they become invincible or just dodge your attacks between attacking you. So by doing this, you are maximizing the amount of time you can attack the boss. Let's talk about another tool for your tool belt that you will want to learn, but this time it's rarely used. It's how to dash cancel out of charge shots ending lag. If you dash shortly after shooting, it will cancel the animation that plays and will let you act again immediately. We will see uses for this in later videos, so it will be a very good idea to learn it. Now, all that we've been talking about so far is what I'm going to call the bullet hell parts of the boss. But there's another part, the close quarters combat, from which now on I will be calling CQC. The interesting thing about CQC while speedrunning this game is almost every phase of every boss has the same strategy. You want to start the CQC with the boss near the edge of the arena. This will force them to move behind you. That will give you enough time to charge your blade. Then what you are going to do is once they attack, dash behind them and hit them 3 times back towards the wall. This will again require them to move behind you, again giving you enough time to charge your blade. Then, when they attack again, you're going to want to either dodge out of the way or parry and hit them with 2 slashes and a half charge slash. The interesting thing is that in Furi, almost every CQC phase has the same amount of health, so this is a very reliable strategy, no matter what phase you're fighting. Now you have a good idea of what to do. Let's talk about things you don't want to do. You will almost never want to do 4 slashes in a row unless the last one is a half charge slash. This is because the last slash will knock the boss to the ground and you'll be forced to wait for them to get back up again. There are a few exceptions to this, however. If an enemy is about to enter CQC, but they are not near an edge, try to hit them with a slash combo, but only hitting them with the last attack. The time it takes for them to get back up will give you enough time to charge your blade. Perfect parrying is also something you will mostly want to avoid. If you are in a bullet hell part and get a perfect parry, it's not too bad. Just shoot them while you wait for them to recover. In some places it's even beneficial. Do not attempt to slash the boss while they're stun locked though. I know the cool animation is tempting, but you can deal a lot more damage by just waiting. Even if you are in CQC, the best thing you can do is just wait and make sure your blade is charged. Now, you may have noticed how many times I said something like almost every time, or almost never, or just almost. As I was writing this script, it bugged me that I kept on putting it in. But it's true, for basically every fundamental that I taught you here today, there's a time and place where it is best to do something else. That is what I hope to go over in my future videos, if I ever get around to making more than one of these things. But hopefully this gives you a good place to start.